no doubt whatsoever. Talk to me through that first round.
Hey, listen, I knew what the outcome was going to be of this fight. Anyway, like I keep telling everybody, I know what I'm capable of power-wise. And even though I love the Chief, I just knew that he's not the guy to beat me. Do you know what I mean? I'm ready for the best now, and I want the best. And that's all I'm looking at now. I want that title shot.
Where does that confidence come from?
I don't know. Maybe my previous sports background. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been a bare knuckle fighter. I've been a boxer. Do you know what I mean? I've been on these big stages before, so I mean, I'm used to it now.
I mean, delivering that slap, did you know it was done and over instantly?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I'm confident that every time, as soon as I hit a button, I know they're asleep. I know it.
I mean, all week you were incredibly loose, maybe a little bit too loose, but it didn't affect your performance up there.
No.
You know, overall, did it just bring you a sense of calmness that you already knew what the Chief was going to be able to bring up, that you were just able to go up there and perform the way you did?
Yeah, 100%. My confidence is growing massively with this sport at the moment. Man, I'm 100% sure I could get that title. I just need that shot.
Yeah. Do you think you've done enough now to deserve that title shot?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, every fight has been a first round KO. But I mean, what else do you want from me? Do you know what I mean? Let's have this title.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Darren, you displayed great durability, but your opponent did as well. Just speak on maybe how durable he was, and did you expect him to last after that second hit?
No, I don't really expect anyone to last if I'm hitting them on the buttons. You know what I mean? But I know the Chief is a very, very tough opponent for anybody in this division. But I was just very confident he's not the guy to beat me. So it's just, I mean, it's just one of them. I was not looking past him, but I knew this was the fight that was going to get me the title shot. So I mean, I wanted it.
Hi, Darren. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
Isaiah and Brandon were supposed to be on this card, but their match fell out, and they may have a match in the future. Are you willing to wait for that match, or would you like to see John or maybe Isaiah before the belt?
No, I don't really want any other matches. I want a title shot now. That's what I've been chasing. That's what I've discussed. So yeah, I mean, I'm willing to wait for that title. Yeah.
And then yours and the Chiefs' relationship has been a little bit rocky, friendly, rocky, kind of back and forth. Where does it stand now? Do you feel like all the rockiness is over?
I've actually just got off the phone to him. Chief's a great guy. He just rang me up and congratulated me. Listen, he's a good friend of mine, and we'll always be good friends.
Right, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, how you doing?
Ran into a few of you guys this week on Bourbon Street earlier in the week. Just wanted to get your mind state going into this one. Like, you seem so chill during the week. Like, how is it going into this and like coming in from bare knuckle? Like, what's the difference? Like, as far as the mindset is going in.
I don't know. I think the amount of fights that I've had is definitely keeps me a lot calmer. Do you know what I mean? I've got a hell of a lot of experience with these big fights. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I still get jitters right before the fight. I was a bit shaky before this one as well. Do you know what I mean? Because I knew I had something to prove. But yeah, do you know what I mean? I think it's just long time experience.
And then as far, excuse me, and then as far as the sport itself, like we've seen a lot of Hawaiians that have transitioned to this sport. Do you want to see more UK guys in there? Because like we see some guys that kind of get burnt out in bare knuckle, like the John Fergusons, the Danny Christies. Like,
I don't want anyone else from the UK. I'll be the only guy. You know what I mean? I want to be the man to make history for my country. So no, don't bring anyone else from the UK. Let me be the only one.
So win the title first, and then
yeah. Then think about it. Yeah, not yet. Thank you, everybody.
incredible. Tonight's Crypto.com performance bonus winner is Rob Trujillo. He's going to get 10,000 in crypto provided by Crypto.com. 4 other bonus winners: Godfrey, Manu, Terp, and DeBell. First question.
Frank, 5 knockouts tonight. Not necessarily the biggest names in the sport, but incredible talent and depth. Talk to me about putting this fight card together and how you feel it delivered.
Yeah, listen, first one on the road. We were just talking in the back. This was, I know we say this every time, but we felt like this was the best event we've had so far. I think you could tell being on the road, the crowd was super into it. I mean, they're starting to recognize these guys and chant along and root for people. So love to see that. And yeah, everyone performed. It was good to get people like Terp back. It was good to see new faces. Zakir, Zakir just keeps doing his thing, and our champs are dominant.
I mean, the city, the posters around all the bars, the billboards in the city, the largest venue that you've ever been to. Can you confirm it was a sellout? And do you have any numbers at all?
It was a sellout for us. The we were talking. This venue felt like it was perfectly built for a slap event, and as you guys could see, like all the influencer content creators, everyone was here again. So happy all those guys traveled out, and obviously the city came out to support.
Did you have a moment tonight that kind of made you say like, aha, this is why I love being a part of this?
I think for me, seeing the fans actually starting to follow these guys and root for them, and that's always awesome to see. So,
yeah, I mean, we got Power Slap number 15 coming up in October, as well as Power Slap 16 that was just announced in Abu Dhabi. How excited are you that we're going to get a ton of events come the end of the year?
Yeah, we're there'll probably be a few more too added to that, but we'll be in Vegas, back on the at Fontainebleau, and then Space 42 again in Abu. So, the events over there are great, and excited to go back.
Awesome. Congratulations. Thank you.
Congrats on a successful night. Tons of influencers in the crowd. Obviously, back at Vegas, there were tons there. I saw from all different venues of influencing, from betting to college sports. How important is that a strategy for you to have these guys here and to promote the sport?
It was one of the things, one of the pillars that we figured we wanted to do when we started this thing. And the more and more that come, the more and more talk to their friends and their the other people in their circle. And now we get, I'll tell you, we get so many people reaching out now asking, can I come? And, love to have everyone, but, it keeps growing and growing. So
congrats, man.
Thank you.
Hi, Frank.
Hey.
Right over here. Hi. Rob has been dominant since he's been in Power Slap since the beginning. How many more defenses do you think he would need before he could move up to fight Blackburn?
That's a next week conversation, but he's a lightweight champ, and he'll be staying at lightweight for now.
And you mentioned that you liked this arena. Could we see more events coming soon in arenas like this?
Yeah, I think we talked about this after the last event, but absolutely, this was the first start to us traveling the show around the U.S. and it's critical for the sport to grow. So you'll see more and more of it. We're actually going to start doing 2026 scheduling when we get back.
And then we have in October, there's 2 more shows. Could we see a women's belt possibly on one of those?
Don't know yet.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we saw 2 great title defenses today, but what do you think about the contendership, I guess, of the competitors today who challenged the titles?
What, explain that a little bit more. Yeah.
We had 2 people who had title championships and they were able to defend pretty well. But just, I guess, how do you feel about the competitive nature?
Yeah, I mean, look, these divisions, as Diana said, Trujillo has been dominant really since he started in Power Slap. Obviously, we need to add more people to the lightweight division and start building that out more. And, DeBell is, he was one of the first people that we brought over because he was doing some other slap fighting when we started this thing. He couldn't be in the house on season 1 of the reality show because he was under 21. But the kid's only 23 years old. He's like 7-0. He's the heavyweight champion, knocks out everybody. Tough guys to go against. And, I think both Dakota and West, they did their best, but there's a clear distinction at the top in those divisions.
And I also wanted to ask, outside of New Orleans, what are some other places that you guys are looking to expand for Power Slap competitions?
We're talking about, like I said, we're doing 2026 scheduling next week when I get back. But California, Texas, Florida, we'll go to these big markets that are really supportive of combat sports and where there's a big UFC pay-per-view.
I actually have one more. Obviously two big title fights, but I think one of the most viral moments of the night was Turp Daddy Slim, from the time he came into the arena to the time he left. Could you talk about his performance,
Yeah.
celebration, all that?
He's obviously one of the most entertaining guys we have. He's had some weight issues in the past that he needs to resolve, and I just literally told him that as we were walking back. But really excited to have him back. He brings the energy. He's sort of the epitome of what we want up there, and I'm happy for the kid.
Rank, where do you think Austin should be? Light heavy or heavyweight?
I don't know. I think light heavyweight, but he's got to figure out the weight problem.
What's your thoughts on Zakir tonight, and where do you kind of see him fitting into the heavyweight division?
Listen, Zakir's actually stayed in the U.S. From the last event. Now he'll go back to Kazakhstan. He's done a lot of training. I mean, the guy is probably one of the most, if not the most powerful guy we have on the roster. He's just got to dial in his technique, and he'll be back real soon.
I hate to be that guy, but do you think Darren Godfrey did enough to solidify himself for a title shot coming up?
I think let's see what happens with Quinones and Bordeaux. I mean, that fight's still going to happen, the trilogy, and that's definitely next in that division. But we'll see how that one goes and then figure it out from there.
Yeah, McKinney, he was able to continue his undefeated streak. Just how do you assess his dominance in his weight division?
Yeah, he's a very athletic super heavyweight. I think he was a wrestler growing up. He's done phenomenal since he's been another entertaining guy, and another one that we add to our Hawaiian Polynesian kind of part of the roster, and you'll see him back soon again too. What's up, Sean?
Hey, brother. Just a couple for me. Is there sort of like a gray area where these guys can somehow get away with a little bit of flinch or things like that, or use tactics? Just specifically in the first fight, you could see Muniz, every time he would line it up, his opponent, Rhodes, he would be still. And then as soon as he knew the slap was coming, he would tense.
Yeah.
He was throwing Muniz.
Everyone's going to try to take or find the little bit of competitive edge that they can get. I think we've done a really good job with the rules. Everything's got to be more legal than not legal. You're seeing hands fly at extreme speeds, and the refs do a really phenomenal job of figuring that out. But we like the rule set, and when I think you could tell when something's egregious, it's very evident and it's called. But sometimes it's really close.
And then in the co-main event, is there ever a point where the corner can kind of look at their guy and be like, "Hey, man, I know you're tough, and I know you want to get back out there, but."
They can. I don't think any of the competitors are gonna do that. I actually think in that match, Blackburn did a phenomenal job when he ran on stage, got on his knees and ran Dakota's face and said, "Start counting, calm down." That's why we have these guys here. It makes a huge difference when you have veterans or champs, current champs, foreign champs coaching these guys.
Yeah, it just seemed like a high risk, high reward type deal, because he got to slap, but a lot of us in the audience were kind of looking at it all right, if you don't knock this guy out, it's probably over.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Hello, Frank. Greetings from Russia and congrats on successful event. Question about Zakir. He has good record, 2 events, 2 slaps, 2 wins. So it seems like Power Slap now has its own Ilya Topuria. So the question is, how do you think, how many slaps he's away from the title shot?
Yeah, he's in 3 fights. He's knocked our guy. The last one was a DQ on clubbing. But
anyway,
yeah, he's listen. I think again, I wanted to dial his technique in, but he's certainly at the top of the contender list for that heavyweight title shot.
And a question about Vasily Dumpling. Today, his medical ban expired. So, is there any news about if he will get this immediate revenge with the Hawaiian Hitler?
Hopefully not. Yeah, we gotta go back. We gotta go back and figure out, that whole super heavyweight division. What's next for Dumpling?
Thank you.
It's all good, brother.
Boss is next.
It happens to the best.
Ah! You sick fucks! Y'all like seeing old motherfuckers get knocked out? Huh? Left his ass on that table. He's having dreams of pillows right now.
Austin, first off, congratulations. You've been away for a while. Does it feel good to be back and put on a performance the way you did?
Absolutely. It feels amazing. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Shout out to Miss Erica. Shout out to boss man Frank. Those two people are fucking two great humans, and I couldn't have done it without them. Shout out to Frank. Shout out to Erica.
I mean, Vern struck first. How did his power feel?
Dude, there's fucking mosquitoes out here in Louisiana that doesn't fucking hit me harder than that. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. I told that motherfucker last time he seen me, don't fucking take account of that, because that wasn't Turp Daddy Slim, son. And I went up there and put it on his ass this time. So I think he'll have a better idea of who Turp Daddy Slim is now.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 knockouts in a row for him. Do you think you should call it quits at this point?
If his family loves him, I don't think they should let him back up there. So if he's smart, I don't know how much brain cells he's going to have left to operate, making a critical decision. So he'll probably find his way back up there, but it'd be a dumb move.
Getting that second shot, did you know that you were going to put him down in the way that you did?
Dude, come on now. That first one about had him fucking laying down, and I knew it wasn't going to take long. He had a match with me that was not very. It wasn't like me. It wasn't enough character of me. I was, he got lucky, and I put it on his ass this time.
Awesome. I mean, one of the most phenomenal knockouts that we've seen, not only tonight but in Power Slap, history.
Come on, that's what I bring, baby. I'm here to knock motherfuckers out, put on a show, make them fucking talk. They want to fucking run their mouth, but they're all a bunch of bitches. I don't see them out there fucking doing nothing sweet, going up there trying to be buddy with everybody. Fucking bunch of sissies. Fuck them all.
This match at heavyweights, where do you think your natural fit is? Do you want to get back to light heavy, or do you think you found a home here?
No, I mean, I'm not tall enough to be at heavyweight. I just took a year off. Things happen in life, and I've climbed my way out of that hole I was in, and now I'm fucking on top of the ground, and my next stop is to the top of the mountain. So Rhonda, you fucking punk bitch. You think you're fucking sweet, you dumb motherfucker. I hope sometime your sister, girlfriend, whatever the fuck that is, let you out of Cousin Kissing County. You're wearing that fucking belt around like it's yours. Russell couldn't. And then Russell, you're a fucking bitch. Russell's bitch ass had 3 shots on him, couldn't fucking put him down one time. I put my hands on him the 3rd round. Rhonda's bitch ass didn't even know where the fuck he was. Rhonda, Russell, you're both fucking bitches. Alan Klingbeil, you're a bitch. The light heavyweight division is mine. You motherfuckers had a year to do something, and I ain't seen shit. But where the fuck is Turp Daddy? All you motherfuckers can't, bunch of fucking pussies. Pussies. Russell, Rhonda, pussy. Especially fucking Rhonda.
Right over here, man. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Frank was just in here. You just spoke very highly of him. When asked about your performance, he spoke very highly of you, said Power Slap you're exactly what Power Slap is looking for. What's that mean to you for someone like Frank to say that?
That's awesome. That means so much to me. Frank's an outstanding guy. He's a fucking outstanding businessman. He's a smart fucking dude. For him to say something like that is awesome. And I've got to fucking go out there and put in some fucking work. October ain't fucking but 3 months, so I'm gonna get back home and put in some fucking work. I don't give a fuck who they got for me. Give me somebody in October. I'm gonna put them on the fucking canvas, put on the fucking show, have fun. Hearing Frank talk highly about me is exciting, man. I love Power Slap. I love the people who run it. So that's awesome.
What's that work mean for you? Because his only concern was the weight cut issues that you've had. And when he says stuff like that to you, does it motivate you to be like, hey, I got to go home, maybe start eating a little bit better, training a little bit harder to make that weight every time?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm just a fucking good old country boy. This life came at me so fucking quick. They fucking literally pulled me out of the woods. I was a fucking land surveyor. I had ticks on my ass on my first fucking match. So covered in poison ivy. I'm just a fucking good old boy, but you know what? I've this time off. I've took a lot of big steps in life, and made some real big man decisions, and I've created a family, and now I have nothing left to do but fucking grind my ass off. And you know, in the past, I would always question. People would ask, "What do you do it for? What do you do it for?" And when that camera is in my face, I'd say, "I do it for me." And now I got somebody to fight for. So it's a whole different beast, you know. The Terp in the past was fun, but now this Terp Daddy Slim's about to be a motherfucking maniac.
Last one for me. You talked about beasts. Obviously, you had a pretty viral celebration, kind of reminiscent of Derek Lewis, who we just saw have a celebration last week in Nashville. Was that celebration pre-planned, or was it just kind of spontaneous?
That's that fucking swamp stroke, man. Whenever I fucking get a little frisky and I start feeling froggy, man, I just got to fucking start throwing it down. And Vern Jana fucking had a bunch to fucking say. He thinks he's hot fucking shit. So I couldn't wait to put it on his ass, man. And shout out to Derek Lewis because he does a great job of fucking putting on a show.
Congrats again.
Thank you, man.
Hi, Turpin. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I like your swag.
Appreciate that. Shout out to Gorilla. Shout out to the Gorilla, baby. Yeah. Get you some of their elixir. They got some badass THC infused drinks.
Okay, and you said you wanted to come back in October and you didn't care who, but ideally, do you think that Allen, Russell, or Wolverine would be best for you?
Ronda, the bearded bitch, would be ideal. I mean, fucking, he just had a match with Russell's bitch ass. Russell couldn't knock him out. I knocked Ronda out fucking practically twice. He's walking around with my fucking belt in Cousin Kissing County, getting fucking dip spit and fucking weirdo juice on it. So, and first off, hold on now. All Ronda can talk about is fucking retiring. You get an interview with Ron and he says, "Oh, I can't wait to retire. I can't wait to retire." Motherfucker, we just started doing this shit. What you want to retire for? You want to retire so fucking bad? Come on. Come with me in October. I'll retire your fucking stupid ass.
What did you think about his last performance?
He's a bitch. I mean, he's a fucking bitch. That's basically what it is. So Russell couldn't put him out. And then Russell, of course, can't go without fouling. So if the match would have continued going, Ronda would have ate 2 more strikes. Russell would have lost. The fucking match was stupid. They're a bunch of fucking sissies. Neither of them could knock out, you know, they're fucking wussies. Fuck Ronda. He's a fucking bitch. Fuck Russell. He's a fucking super fucking bitch. And Alan Klingbeil is a fucking nerd.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
You appear a lot more charismatic after your time away. Do you feel as though taking some time away allowed you to rebuild your confidence as a fighter?
I rebuilt myself as a man. You know, I got a family now. I was just a fucking wild child, just fucking having fun, you know, and now I got something to fight for. So there's a different type of fire, you know. I just took a month to myself, not focused on anything else but Power Slap, and I have completely changed my life, got myself I've redirected my thoughts. You know, my mental's fucking sharp. My fucking everything about me is so sharp. October, you're going to see a fucking animal out there.
Hey, brother, not to keep beating on a dead horse here, but when you talk about Ron, like he came in after the last fight and he kind of sat in front of us in the media and he was talking about the matchup, and he said, you know, we kind of asked him like what was going through your mind out there, what did you think of it? And he said, "I'll be honest with you, like I don't really remember anything." So do you think, like, would you advise him just to sit out and, like you said, just retire and stay gone?
Vern Jana?
No, the Wolverine.
Oh, the Wolverine? Fuck, I don't know what the fuck I advise him to do, but I advise him to find his ass up onto a stage in front of me so I can knock his fucking stupid ass out. That's all I give a fuck about, is putting his fucking dumb ass on the canvas. I want to see the bottom of his shoes.
And then just one more on a little bit of a lighter note. I was coming down here into the room, and I don't know if you've seen it or if you have one, but your face and you've got your own T-shirt up there. Like, I feel like every kid growing up wants to have their own T-shirt, right? So what is that like, seeing that?
Dude, every kid out there needs to stay the fucking school, listen to your parents, eat good, exercise, get off those fucking telephones, you fucking kids. Fucking parents, get your kids outside, feed them right, whoop their fucking ass. Kids, stay in fucking school. Stay in school, you'd be out here fucking slapping motherfuckers and getting slapped.
Come on, baby.
Rob, all week you predicted that this wasn't going to go to the judges' decisions. You were incredibly confident that you're going to put him away. Talk to me about why you were so confident and you felt that the second time was going to go the way it did.
I just, really studied the first match, and even though he's a taller guy, I was preparing for that, and I was, just aiming a little too high. He was ducking just good enough to where I was catching him on the eye, and I don't really care how hard you hit. If you hit someone up here in the eye, you're probably not gonna knock them out. So I just really dialed in, and knew I had to just aim a little bit lower, and I clipped his chin 2 times in a row, and that was it.
I mean, that first strike from Dakota, hit you, looks like it hit you high. I know you were bleeding. The cut man was up there. And from the outside, it looked like you might be in trouble if this didn't go deep. Did you have any worry in your mind at all?
No, I knew I was good. It was kind of surprising because I spar a lot and I haven't had my nose bleed in a long time. It's been broke so many times that I wasn't worried about it being broke, but I still was like, fuck, what is it? I was worried about them, thinking it was a problem. I wasn't worried myself. I didn't feel hurt at all. I was just kind of a little more mad. That's probably what brought the knockout too. I'm like, this motherfucker hit my nose. So, I definitely had to put it on him after that.
Did it make it more tender? Because the second strike, you didn't take it how you normally would.
Yeah, I think I was just more scared of getting hit in it again. I have to watch the replay because Herzog said it was kind of my fault why I got hit in it, but I felt like I was just standing, there same way both times, so I was definitely kind of worried about getting hit in it again. But like I said, I wasn't hurt from any of the hits. I felt, I felt great. He's a hard hitter, of course. I've never been hit by someone who hits as hard as him. But like I said, I got the best chin out here, so proving it.
I mean, fighting him on back-to-back times, did he make any adjustments or any changes from the first time you fought him?
I said he did. The only thing he really changed is the first hit he went on 2, and I think he realized that didn't work for him. And I don't know if he was trying to gauge my timing of whenever I tense up. But I think he realized quickly that wasn't going to help him because he went back to striking on 3, and nothing felt different. He tried to hit me. I think he was trying to hit me lower or something. That's why he did clip my nose, but I don't know what.
In the post-fight interview, you talked about having your son in attendance. Was it the first time that he was here, and was it extra special for you?
Yeah, it was a little more pressure too. The first time my son here attending an event, it was so special. He was out there screaming his little butt off, and I was excited to have him out here. He's been wanting to go to the Vegas ones, but it's a little harder out in Vegas, especially when we're staying in the 21 and up hotel. And I definitely loved having him here, and I'm excited to go celebrate with him and my family.
Frank was just in here, and he said that next week he consider you in Blackburn. Would that be something that you'd welcome? And are you going to get on the phone with Frank and try to make that happen?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to enjoy this for a moment. But like I said, when I rechecked my weight, I was back up to like 172 today. So, I'm ready for that 170 division. And, Blackburn has been tearing through it, but I don't think he's faced anyone on my level. And I think I could go up there and take him out as well.
Congrats on the win. In your post-fight interview, you talked about your chin and how you have the best chin in the game. I've talked to other strikers like Isaiah, and they say, obviously a chin is something you're inherently born with, but he also works in training at it. Can you talk about, is it just something you're born with, or how hard and what maybe exercises you do to work your jaw and chin to keep it that way?
Yeah, ultimately it boils down to, some people are just born with it. And, but I do a ton of work to make my neck stronger. The chin's the thing getting hit, but your neck's what's, really keeping your from getting knocked out. And I do MMA, of course, so my neck's always getting pulled on, from wrestling and grappling and stuff like that. But I do when I have a power slap match, I do extra neck workouts, and I just make sure it's as strong as can be.
Congrats again.
Thank you, man.
Hi, Rob. Congratulations. You just spoke about having your son there and how excited he was to be there. Have you been able to see him yet since the match has been over to see how?
No, I haven't got to see my son yet, but I did get to rewatch the replay of him backstage of him jumping up and down when I won, and it just got me a little emotional. So I'm super excited to go celebrate with him.
And like you said, Frank didn't want it sounded like he didn't really want you to move up yet and just keep building the division. Who realistically do you think could be next for you in your division?
Yeah, I don't think Frank wants me competing at both divisions at once, because I told him I'll win that bout, but he's like, well, what are you gonna do with your 155 bout? I said I'll run them both. It's not a big cut for me, but I don't think he wants that right now. So realistically in the division, I was hoping to see Andrew Fields compete tonight, but his opponent got sick and wasn't able to compete. So maybe him, the only other guy that the other two guys that they offered it already turned it down against me, so I don't think I'll see them. I definitely would like Dana to bring someone in, a little more built like me, because like I said, this is gonna keep happening, keep lining them up, and I'll just keep taking this easy money.
Like fruit hanging on a tree.
Yeah,
Congratulations, Rob.
thank you so much.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, how's it going?
Just a couple for me here. First, we're starting to see guys with like more extensive combat backgrounds take over. Like we've seen Godfrey, he's got some experience in bare knuckle. Obviously, you in MMA. There is a champion, and he's never really had any other combat experience other than going in power slap. But do you think eventually the sport's going to get to a point where these guys with extensive combat backgrounds are gonna advance further than the guys that are just training specifically for power slap?
I think that one's hard because there's pros and cons to having a combat background. Some of these guys who've been fighting their whole life, their chin's already cracked, so they come up here and they'll get knocked out by just some random guy, and that puts a little more pressure on. I know I have a ton of pressure every single match because I do have a really good MMA record, and I'm just going, against these guys who are just tough motherfuckers. So if I get knocked out by one of these guys, it puts a little more pressure on. But, like I said, it depends on the fighter. A lot of fighters don't like to get hit. We're trained not to get hit. And some fighters, they just like that aspect of it. And I've always liked, sparring. My coaches always tell me put my hands back up. Sometimes I just like to get hit. So I think it really depends on the fighter.
And then I asked Frank this one as well. And I mean, it was tough for me because I'm Canadian. You're going up against my boy who's from Canada. But do you think there's ever a point where the corner could have been like, hey, man, I know Dakota's going to want to go out there, but like, hey, man, this is a real high risk, high reward situation. Like, if you don't go out there and knock this guy out who has pretty much an invincible chin at this point, like, it's probably going to be over. Like, do you ever think there's a point where they should just talk to their guy and be like, maybe we'll save it for another day?
Yeah, but I think once you sign the contract, I think that's when you set in stone. I'm ready to go do this. Because myself, even I get super nerved up back in the back because I get more nervous for this than I do any of my MMA fights, and I still have to make that walk and just go put my chin out there. So I don't think that day will come, but I think we have a lot of guys who are ready to go, and if they're not, they'll never sign that contract.
Yeah, Robert, your hometown of Raton has dedicated April 24th as Robert Trujillo Day. I guess how special is that to you to be commemorated for your success in MMA?
It's awesome, man. My hometown, I come from a small town, and tell everyone that also puts a little more pressure because everyone there knows me. And when you're from a big city, you got your crowd of people, but like too much people might not know you or know when you're going to do your thing, so coming from a small little town like that, like my whole town right now, like my phone's blowing up left and right, like every single one of them's on their Facebooks, Instagrams, just posting. But it also shows me how much love I got, having that day, showing me how much the town has my back, and it's awesome, man. Like they've had a couple parades for me after my big wins, and it's just nice to go back home and know I have that support.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
More people than usual. 10 guys.
Damien, congratulations. How many belts exactly is it now for you?
Pretty sure this makes my 5th belt.
5th belt. The first slap that Wes Minute took, he took it pretty well. Were you surprised on that first one?
I was definitely surprised on how he took it, but I definitely missed on that swing, so I corrected myself and it paid off in round 2.
Yeah, I mean, you're a huge favorite on the betting line, minus 350. Coming into this one, after that first strike, did you have any doubt at all? And in your mind, I mean, both on the offensive and the defensive side, or were you just completely confident the entire time?
I was pretty confident, especially seeing where the chalk line was on my hand. I knew I hit high. Honestly, surprised they didn't call that for anything. I mean, it was a little iffy of a swing for me, but I knew that if I connected properly, he was going down.
Was West Power a little bit harder than you thought it would be?
I want to say it was that hard, but I got hit in the eye, dazed me a little bit, so it is what it is.
I mean, earlier in the night, we've seen Zakir with a knockout. Do you think he's done enough now to potentially go for a title?
I'm knocking out Coop. I don't think so. I mean, Pono knocked out Cooper. If anything, those two could fight. I would definitely like to see Zakir prove that he could stay clean and go the distance against someone in the top of the division.
Then where do you go next? You've been completely dominant now, 6-0.
I mean, wherever they want to put me. I've been saying it for a while. I'm down to take another division head on. You want me to go up to super, go down to light heavyweight? I'm down for it.
Hi, Damien. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And congrats on your performance bonus.
Oh, shit. Appreciate it.
I know you said you had plans to move with that, but do you have any other plans with that extra bonus?
No, pretty much just save it away right now. Just squirrel it away for the rainy day.
And how do you plan to celebrate tonight?
Probably getting shit faced.
What? How did it feel to actually have your wife in the stands to watch you?
It was nice knowing that I had someone in my corner for sure. Like having that person that's been with me since day one and really pushed me to be better.
I love it. And what would you like to compete again?
I'd compete in October if they let me.
And who do you think is the next clear contender for you?
I'd love a rematch against Dorian. If Crazy Juan is feeling good, I'd fight him. If they want me to go up to fight Dane, I'll fight Dane. I'll go down and rematch Ron and light heavyweight. It really don't matter to me.
I love it. Well, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. Awesome.